Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and wait till you see what we have in store for you today. I bet it's something you haven't seen before. How's that for a cliffhanger? So grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. So this is a watch by a company called Novamos. This is a watch that is unique and one that on paper has all the specs a reliable watch would need. This is the Novamos Shan Hai. This watch doesn't follow the traditional road to watch creation. Rather, they are attempting to blaze their own path. The idea behind this watch is an effort towards uniqueness. Everything about this watch is subjective, except for the build quality and reliability. Those things can be measured. And that's where our job comes in today, because we are going to carve this watch up, see exactly what it's all about. So my job here today is to present you a watch that has its own characteristics. Again, my job is to talk to you about the specs and break the watch down in a detailed manner to arm you with as much information as possible. Then you can make up your own mind whether it's right for you or not. So let's get started, and we'll do so by the tell of the tape. The case of this watch measures 50 millimeters in diameter. The lug-to-lug length is 44 millimeters, and it's a reasonable 13 millimeters thick. Let's take a closer look at the dial. It measures 25 millimeters, and protecting that dial is a nice piece of sapphire crystal with AR coating on the top. And lastly, the lug width is 24 millimeters, and the watch only weighs 57 grams. This watch is powered by the Hangzhou A6600 automatic movement, which is 38 hours of power reserve. This watch has been rated at a plus or minus 15 seconds per day. And next we'll look at the aesthetics of this watch. So let's begin with the case. Novamos had a concept and decided to incorporate the elements of mountains and rivers, symbolizing a more natural environment, right into the top of the case. So you are looking at terrain. The case is definitely unique, and it's made of aircraft-grade titanium alloy, which is extremely strong, wear-resistant, and lightweight. There are no sharp edges anywhere, even in the portion of the case that represents the mountains. I believe this watch is as indestructible as any I've ever seen. Titanium is 30% harder and 40% lighter than stainless steel. As mentioned earlier, the diameter of this watch is 50 millimeters. The actual dial, it's 25 millimeters. The sides of this watch are perfectly smooth with a small bevel at the bottom edge. If you flip the case over and have a look at the case back, here you can see an exhibition window to give you a look inside of the inner workings of this watch. There is also a storage compartment under the bottom as well. I'm not really sure what you would store there, but it is there. Looking back at the side of the case, you can see the crown. It's well built and functions as necessary. It does feel perfectly normal and tough. Let's give it a go. Yep, it feels steady. There's a little tension. It's really nice. The ShanHai is equipped with a Hangzhou 6600A high precision movement with a time rating of plus or minus 15 seconds per day. It has a built-in power reserve of approximately 38 hours, and it's a really high beat rate of 28,800 beats per minute. In the grand scheme of things, the rate at which the mechanical watch ticks probably doesn't weigh too much on the mind of watch buyers, compared to many pertinent aspects like complications, case size, and dial design. There are benefits to having a high beat rate watch with a fast ticking movement, most notably higher precision, especially in chronographs where the watch can read out in smaller fractions of a second. Less technically, it basically means that a higher beat rate is a smoother second hand. This is a higher beat rate than, say, the Seiko NH35. Taking a closer look at the dial, it's covered by an incredible AR-coated sapphire crystal. It's hard to beat this kind of scratch resistance. Under the crystal, you'll see the hands of the watch. The concept of Novamos is for these hands to represent the branches of a tree. Take a closer look at the seconds hand. There at the tip of the seconds hand, you can see a bird, just a little something extra. This watch is built with premium parts and components. It functions as intended, and I believe it's consistent and steady. The titanium is excellent for a watch. It wears comfortable, it's tough, and it'll last through almost anything. The strap is made of genuine leather, feels soft, and it's comfortable. The legibility takes some getting used to. It's not difficult to tell the time, but at a glance, it would be very difficult. So, what are my thoughts on the watch? Let me begin by telling you my time with the watch. I've worn it around to get a feel for it, and it never failed to get a conversation going. I can tell you that the specs of this watch are outstanding. It's got a great movement. It's got AR-coated sapphire crystal. It's made of titanium, and there's a lot of watches that this is much stronger and steady and will last longer. I can tell you with a certainty the specs are accurate and solid. I mean, after all, you are getting titanium alloy, a solid mechanical movement, sapphire crystal with AR coating, and a really nice strap. So the question is not about performance, it's about individual style. I can tell you this, if you like this watch and you like the style of it, it will last you for many years and give you great performance. This video was sponsored by Novamos. If you like this watch, because we did give you some good information, there's a link in the description that you can go to, investigate it a little bit more, see if it's right for you. This watch will last you a long time because those specs are solid. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to wrap it up, so we'll close the show. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch, and we'll do it again next time. But wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.
They call me a god.